The story of Sultan Ahmed Mosque. Hello. Today, I will tell you a story about a very beautiful place in Istanbul. This place is called Sultan Ahmed Mosque. Some people call it the Blue Mosque because it has blue tiles inside. Are you ready to hear the story? Let's go back in time. A young sultan's dream. Once upon a time, there was a young sultan. His name was Ahmed I. He was only 14 years old when he became the ruler of the Ottoman Empire. Ahmed wanted to do something very special for his people and for the city of Istanbul. He wanted to build a big and beautiful mosque. "It must be the most amazing mosque in the world," he said. The architect begins the work. Ahmed asked a famous architect named Sedefkar Mehmed Aga to design this mosque. Mehmed Aga was a student of Mimar Sinan, who was one of the greatest architects in history. Ahmed trusted him very much. Mehmed Aga thought, "I will make this mosque very special for my sultan." So he started working on the design. The mosque has 6 minarets. Now let me tell you a secret. Most mosques have 1, 2, or 4 minarets, but this mosque has 6 minarets. Isn't that amazing? At that time, only the Kaaba in Mecca had 6 minarets. Some people were surprised and said, "How can the mosque in Istanbul have the same number of minarets as the Kaaba?" So, the Sultan ordered 1 more minaret to be built in Mecca. That way, everything was okay, building the mosque. The construction started in 1609 and finished in 1616. It took 7 years to build. Many workers, artists and builders worked together to make this dream come true. Ahmed was very happy to see his mosque grow day by day. Inside the Blue Mosque. When you go inside the mosque, you will see thousands of blue, green and white tiles. These tiles have beautiful flowers, trees and patterns on them. That's why people call it the Blue Mosque. The windows are also very colorful. When the sunlight comes in, it looks like a rainbow inside the mosque. A place for prayer and peace. The mosque has a big prayer hall where people come to pray 5 times a day. In the middle there is a huge dome. It looks like the sky is right above you. The walls have Arabic calligraphy with words from the Quran. Everything inside feels calm and peaceful. A sad ending for the young sultan. Ahmed was very young when the mosque was finished. Sadly, he didn't live long after that. He died when he was only 27 years old, but people remembered him through the beautiful mosque he built. Today, people from all over the world come to visit Sultan Ahmed Mosque, a living history. Even today, the Blue Mosque is still a place for prayer, but it is also a popular place for tourists. People love to take pictures of the mosque, especially at sunset. The mosque looks golden under the evening sky. A day at Sultan Ahmed Mosque. Imagine you are standing outside the Blue Mosque. It is early morning and the sky is clear. You see the 6 tall minarets reaching up to the clouds. Birds fly around them, singing happily. The air smells fresh, and you can hear the soft sound of call to prayer, the Ezan. Now, let's enter the mosque together. Are you ready? Before you go inside, when you visit the mosque, you must follow some rules. You need to take off your shoes at the entrance because the carpets inside are very clean. You can carry your shoes in a small bag. Some visitors wear headscarves to show respect. There is no shouting or loud talking inside the mosque. It is a place for peace and prayer. The doors are tall, made of wood and metal, and they look very old but beautiful. As soon as you step inside, you feel the quietness. It is like the whole world stops for a moment. Walking under the big dome. Inside the mosque, you see the huge dome in the center. It is very high. You feel so small when you look up at it. The dome has gold patterns and blue decorations. It is painted with beautiful Arabic words from the Quran. This dome makes the whole mosque look like a palace in the sky. You also see chandeliers hanging from the ceiling. In the past, These chandeliers held candles. Now they have electric lights, but they still look very magical. The special blue tiles. Let's walk a little further. Look at the walls. You will see tiles everywhere, thousands of them. These tiles were made in Iznik, a town in Turkey famous for its ceramics. The colors are mostly blue, white and green. Each tile is painted with flowers like tulips, roses and lilies. Some people say these tiles are like a garden inside the mosque. Others say the blue tiles remind them of the sea and sky. What do you think? What happens? During prayer time. When it is time to pray, the Imam stands at the front. He speaks from a place called the minbar. It is like a small staircase made of marble. He gives a short speech, and everyone listens carefully. Then people stand, bow, and kneel as they pray together. The prayer hall becomes very quiet, and everyone is focused on their prayers. After the prayer, some people sit and read the Quran. Others just stay for a few minutes to enjoy the peace. The courtyard of the mosque. Now let's step outside to the courtyard. It is a large open space with a beautiful fountain in the center. In the old days, people used this fountain to wash their hands, face and feet before praying. Today, many visitors take photos near the fountain. Around the courtyard, there are arches and small domes. The arches look like they are holding the sky. You can walk under them and feel the breeze. Tourists and worshippers together. The Blue Mosque is not only a place for Muslims to pray, it is also a place where people from all over the world come to learn and explore. Some visitors are curious about the history of the mosque. Others want to admire the architecture. Everyone enjoys the peaceful atmosphere. You will often see tourists taking photos with happy smiles. Some people sit quietly and enjoy the view of the Hagia Sophia, which is just across from the mosque. It feels like two old friends, the mosque and the Hagia Sophia, watch over the city together. At night, the mosque shines. When the sun goes down, the mosque becomes even more magical. Lights shine on the walls, domes and minarets. The mosque glows with soft golden and blue colors. At night, it looks like a jewel in the heart of Istanbul. Many people sit around the Sultan Ahmed Square, eating ice cream or drinking tea. Some families bring their children to play near the mosque. Others just relax and enjoy the cool evening air. It is a perfect place to feel happy and calm, a symbol of faith and beauty. The Blue Mosque is more than just a building. It is a symbol of love, art and faith. It reminds people of the beauty of the past and the power of peace. Every time someone visits the mosque, they become part of its story. Maybe one day you will visit it too, and when you do, remember this story. Look at the tiles, the dome, the minarets, and say to yourself, this place has seen hundreds of years of history, and it is still standing strong.